Yes. So
Hello.
during the start of,
Hello.
yes, you have a question.
Here's the question that I'm asking: who are those who don't find
Can you
those
come
who
up
didn't
again?
send the correct file? Who are they? Am I among them?
No,
Then too.
at least I put a comment. So just after you check your marks, you can see what comment and then try to improve. If I have
Okay,
commented, yes.
even me, I think get my mark.
So we have said, we have concluded that we will sort out this after class. Huh?
Okay.
Yes. So for now, let's actually do the working. Yes. So uh, during the start of this course, I actually mentioned something. I actually mentioned something about the Python modules. So I took time to navigate through the Anaconda, and then so let me just go to that Anaconda navigator, and then we saw actually various features contained in Anaconda.
Juma, do you
So,
want to share your screen?
oh, I haven't shared any screen. Just
We
let
can't
me
see what
let
you're
me do it.
doing.
Let me do it. And then, uh, so I've said during the start of the course, we actually try to navigate through the Anaconda, and then we saw various features, various features. So that's okay. Yes. So probably that is. I've already shared the screen. So can you able to do to see the can you able to see the codes clearly, or I just change the car? Are the codes visible?
I think it's better on mine today.
Okay. So
I don't know about others.
okay. So this is what I've said. Actually, last time we tried to navigate through this and called the navigator, and then we come across the four tabs. Huh? So that's home page, and then the home page we said the home page you can actually see the number of applications which are associated with what, with Python, and then we have a environment, and then you we said environment, we create a specific environment to enable us to do the specific task. So there's a reason why we create actually we have an option to create an environment, and then we said usually the Anaconda, once you have installed the Anaconda, it comes with a base root environment. So that is the default environment. So if you want to create another environment, what you do, you said, I don't know if I did that, but actually I can mention here. If you want to create a new environment, what you do, you come here to the environment tab, and then you click create option. There you can give the name of your environment, and then specify the packages you want to install. So if I say maybe this actually J, so the J environment, I would specify which packages. So either from the Python side or the R side. Let me not to talk about these lot of things. So my point is that actually once you install an Anaconda, it comes with what? Several packages. So if you can see this one, the list I'm navigating downwards is the list of packages that have been what? Installed in this specific what? Specific environment. So what is the purpose of those actually so many packages? So I want to explain that one. I want to explain that one. Actually, Python uh, enable us once the module or packages are being installed, the Python allow us to actually import that module and then try to use the module. Okay, because I said those modules they are what? They are specific defined functions. So someone has created a program and then he has instructed the program or the module to perform the specific function. So, for example, today we are going to use this actually module called Numpy. So we will use Numpy. We will see the the functions of that module. Yes. So in your scripts, I saw also some of you try to import some other modules. As I saw someone importing actually math module. So and then I also saw someone importing actually the the statistics module. So what does it do? This module does. We have said this module performs specific functions. So what you do, they have already, if you have installed your module, what you do, you just actually import the module, and then you are able to use that module. Yes. So before we actually give an example of a module and how it's being used, let's actually let's actually define how to install the module. So if the module is not available, it means you have to install that module. So what you do, we have two packages. We have two packages for actually allowing us to install the module. So what you need to know is the name of that package or module you want to install, and then you use the following command. So let's say we have actually let me give a name of the module which I expect the module is going to be what? Is actually not going to be uh, 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 not going to be installed in this case. Yes. So let me try this one. I don't know if it's already there. So if I try, so I'm actually here. I'm actually when you are working on these things, you must know the environment you are working in. So for those who are using PS Code, to know your environment is to come here on your what? On your rightmost upper side, you can see uh, a name of your environment you are currently using. So if I click this one, it will give me the list of the available environments. The list of the available environments. So you run how to create the other environment, but in this case, you only have maybe one or two what environments. So in this case, I'm currently in base environment. So I want I want to use a model called sklearn. Okay, I want to see the one which is not available. Yeah. So, so if you see the program has successfully run, so it means the module is what? Is available. The module is available. So I don't want this one. I want to confirm a module which is what? Which is not available. So let me select a different environment so that this one try to do the same. So if I try to do the same, I get an error, and the error is that the module is what? Is not found. So what am I supposed to do is to install this module. So once you have imported a module and then you have an error that the module is not found, it means that module has not been what? Installed. So what you do, you install the module. And I've said to install the module, you use two packages, either of one of the two packages. The packages, they are, we have conda and then we have pip. So these packages, if you see them, the conda package and the pip package allow us to install other packages. So if you see here, I try to import as a sklearn package, and then the sklearn packages was not found. So I need to install that. So what I do, I just run the command pip, that's the name of the package I want to use, and then write install, and then write the name of the package I want to install, which is sklearn. And then you run that command. You run that command. Yes. So you will give wait, you can see, you will give it some time, you can see there, it gives you the number of packages that is going to be actually downloaded and installed. So another way we said we can use what? We can use a coder. So what you do, you just write coder and then write the word installed and then give the name of the packages. So sk now. But I would prefer you to be using pip. Pip is the most forward. If you try to use a conda, then you need to go to the documentation. So what you do, you just come here to the Google side and then you say you want to what? You want to conda installed what? Installed actually that module, that's the name of module. So you go this, the first option is the documentation, that's the one you are required. So you click that one, you open the first link, and then you can see how to install. This is the exact command to install which module are we installing here. It is the RPY2, that's the module being installed, this one. But if you can see, actually conda is not the straight way forward because you need to put these things -c then r. But in pip you just run it the way it is. You just run it the way it is. Just say pip and then install add what? Let me see the name of the package. The add py2. So it's add py2. So you can actually run your command anywhere. You can run using the command prompt. You can run using the cells of the Jupyter notebook, anywhere. As long as what you need to know is that which current environment am I what? Am I working on it? So that's how you handle packages. That's how you handle packages. That's how you install packages in case in a case where you don't the package is not available. So I want to give an example of how to use the package, and the example comes from the script. So let me import a math module. Yes, I've imported a math module. Then I want to run the program. I want to run the model. Once I've run the importation of math, this said it means now math module is available, so I can use it anytime. What I need is the actually write the name of that math, and then if you can see this, if I place dot, I can see all the functions. Someone need to mute the microphone. So I'm saying this way, I'm seeing on packages. So once you have imported your package, in this case, we have imported what? We have imported math package. So once I've imported the math package, I want to use the math package. What I do, I name the name of the package that I've imported. That's math. And then I place dot. So for those ones who are using actually, for those ones who are using what? Who are using VS Code, that's why I said the VS Code is actually easy for typing. So they have advantage. So once you place math dot, you can see various functions of the math module. Yes. So we have CBRT. I don't know that one. We have exponential. We have a cosine. We have cos. We have, so you can see various functions of the what? Of the math module. But the one which was supposed to be used is the pi. The pi. Yes. So this one. So math.py. Okay. So actually someone tried to write the form the function of the divine the area, that is the range, the radius, and then you multiply by the radius, and then multiply by what? Math.py. Math.py. So in this case, maybe the radius is defined as what? 7. Is given as 7. So, and then print area. Just trying to give an example of how to use the module. Then if you run this one, you get your area is what? Is 153.9380. So you can see someone has imported the math, and then he has used the math module to what? To give him the pi. The manual way maybe is just instead of pi, you can just put 3 point what? 1, is it 4? Yes. But you can use the module that's math.py to give you the pi value, which is 3.14. And then you can see you can calculate you can do your thing easily. Okay. So that's how you use a module. So I wanted to actually talk about that briefly, so that someone, if you are able to see the next time that you have someone has imported statistics module, uh, uh, so if you have got a statistics module, then you want to know the use of that statistics module, you just write the statistics. You bought that module and then you write statistics, and then you place dot. It gives you now the option. You can see my first option is what? The mean. It means I can get the mean of some value. So let's say if I have here, I have a list which is same as 2, 1, okay. Yes, so if you have a list of values, you can use math.statistics and then you pass the list here, you get your the mean of that values, these values. Hmm. Then the manual way to do that one is to say you want to find average, which is same as to 1 plus 23 plus 4 plus 6. And then this value, you what? You divide by n. Divide by n. That's n is same as 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So this, if you are not importing the module, you can see the manual way to do is this one. Yes. But so I just wanted you to know you can actually import a module and then we can use that module. And then I've said if that module is not available, then you need to install. To install that module, you only use the either a conda or the pip package to install that module. So I think that one is very clear. That one is very clear. Come up in your notes, you come up with a module being installed. What to do, you just go do, you see the documentation of that module, what can that module do, and then you just import and then you start using the module. So that one is okay. Anyone with a question?
Can you repeat how to identify the environment you're working in?
So I've said for those one who is using this PS code up here, you can see the name Python dot 3.11 3.11.1. That's the current environment I'm working with. And then if I click this name, I can see now various list various list of environments which is available. So maybe if I want to select base, I can just click the base. Yes, from there I can start what? I can start doing the typing. For those ones who are using the what how do we call the Jupyter notebook? What you do, just write a command on your Anaconda prompt that says conda environment and then the list. Here you can see the list of the list of the environments. So you can see the list of environment. We have base, we have SK9, and then the current one I'm using is this one. You can see before I'm starting to write a command. The first thing is the name of the environment and then the directory I'm working on it. So whatever I want to change from I want to change from base to SK9 module. What to do, I just write conda and then activate the name of the module I want to use. That is, in this case, it's SK9. So I can just copy this one and then paste here. And then you can see, just watch this one. So you can see the command from the first was starting what with base. And then this one has changed because I've changed the environment. In this case, you can just type Jupyter Notebook and then you open your notebook from SKRine what? Environment. If you just type Jupyter Notebook from the base, it means you are working on the base environment. So that is how to use actually those modules. So with the time you would be when you are doing in once you have done with the data analytics, and then maybe you want to move to machine learning and other things, you would realize that you need to create actually more than one module. Okay. So you would just create maybe a module, a specific module. For example, if you want to do machine learning, you want to create a module to do machine learning only. So that is it. That is it. I think that's okay. I've clarified. So last time we looked at those data types. We discussed about strings, float, then int, then complex, and then we went to those code decoration, the data types, those data types that can contain more than one value. We said we discussed about the list, tuples, and then dictionaries. No, dictionary. We didn't discuss about dictionaries. We did discuss about the. So today we want to do two. We want to do actually two of the remaining collection of data types. So the first one is actually dictionaries. Dictionaries. Did we discuss about dictionaries? I don't think so. We did not. Did I give an assignment about the dictionaries? No, no, no. I remember. So yes, so today we discuss about dictionaries and then we'll talk about the arrays. So this is, if we get the time, I'll just mention about data frames. Yes, I'll mention about data frames, but these are the two main topics of today. Yes. So let's talk about dictionaries. So a dictionary, if you remember when we create a list, we said a list is same as 2, and then we passed the values. Yes, we passed these values. So you can see these are list. Now, what if, what if now you want to say these values belong to maybe the the ID of the student. What if these values 1, 2, 3, these values belongs to the what? To the ID of the students. So what you do, you create a dictionary. You create a dictionary. So how do you create a dictionary? This is how you create a dictionary. You write the name of that dictionary. Maybe it is the dictionary, and then you use now your actually how do we call these ones? These signs. How do we call these ones? The one I'm opening and closing with. Carry places. Yes. Is it carry places? How do we call the name of this?
Curly brackets. Curly brackets.
Yes, curly brackets. Yes, so we use the curly brackets, and then inside the curly brackets, what we do, we write the key, and then we assign it to the value. Let me just delete this one. It will make a lot of confusion. What I mean is this one. What I mean is this one. Actually, if I want to name these values, the one I've created here, the list I've created here, if I want to name them to student ID, what I do, I just use the curly brackets, and then inside the curly brackets, the first value I write is the key, which is the student ID. Yes, and then I put a colony, and then I put the values of that student. I put the value of that student. So in this case, the list is the list. So if I output my dictionary, you would get actually, yes. So you can see is the students is assigned to these values. So that is how to create a dictionary. So this value, the first value, we call it a key, and then it's assigned to the values. So the 1, 2, 3 is the values. This name is the what? Is the key. Huh? Yes. So let's try to now. Let me give a small assignment. Actually, take 2 minutes. Create now a dictionary of a string values. Create a dictionary of our string values. Send answers to WhatsApp. Send answers to WhatsApp. Let's do that. Let's do that faster, faster. Yes. Create a dictionary of string values. And then send answers. Send answers. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the answers. I'm waiting for the answers. Unless you have a question, if you have a question, you can ask. If you have a question, you can ask. If you have a question, you can ask. If you don't have a question, send the answers. Just create the dictionary I've created is the dictionary of the values in the values. Is that okay? So what I've asked is for you to create a dictionary of now string values. In other words, I mean these values inside here, I want to be what? In strings. I want to be maybe the name of the people or the name of the fruits, whatever. Whatever way you want to call it. But it should be of string values. Hmm? So should I give another minute or I just move on? Do you want to do? Give a minute. Give a minute. Watu wamenyamaza, wacha nifanye. So what I do, the easiest way, if you want to use these values I've created, you just copy these values and then you know that one, if you put your quotation marks, these values becomes what? Strings values. Yes. So this is the easiest one. It's the easiest thinking. If you don't want to think beyond this one, you can just and then you copy this and then you do the paste. If you run that one, you get your dictionary and then the values are what? Of string type. Yes. So let me create a different dictionary. So we have uh, want to create a dictionary called fruits. Then fruits, I want to assign fruits such that the name of the values will be a fruit. And then I will put a colony and then I will assign values. Now in this case, I will just create maybe a mango fruit. Yes, yes. So I've created a dictionary of mine. I've created a dictionary of mine called fruits. So if I type fruits, I can see actually my dictionary. Yes, so my dictionary of the key value fruit, and then we have the items. We have mango, apple, yes, no, Actually, what I've created, uh, let me just delete this one, the confusion. This is what I meant, yes. Uh-huh. Yes, so I'm having an error. So that's how you create actually a dictionary of type strings So I don't know why I'm having this one invalid syntax. So what's happening? Yes. So who can see my error? Who can correct my actually error? Who can able to see and correct my error? Who can see and correct my error? Yes, so let me see. You guys, you said you are not going to do anything. No one has actually attempted the equation. What is it difficult for?
Can I answer? Can
Yes,
I try?
yes.
I think the brackets.
Mm,
This is a. I'm not
yes,
sure, but I'm
yes,
trying.
yes, yes. Now this
The
one,
brackets. Yes.
this is a distance.
Hmm? Yeah, those ones, the square ones.
So, so that is it. That is it. Uh, let's now create what I deleted up there. Okay. So I want to create a list of no a dictionary of multiple keys and multiple what values. Multiple keys and multiple values. What I want is that I want to combine this one. I want to combine this dictionary and this dictionary so that it becomes one dictionary. So I'll just say the name of that dictionary. So maybe is a student, sorry, is a student, then I've given the name of my dictionary as a student budget, and then I start with the what? I start with the numbers or the values identifying the students. Identify, let me run this one so that it will update. Yes. So what I do, I'll just say uh, my student. Let me start with this one. My student ID, and then this ID will be equal to what? To a list of these values, list of this value. That's 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Yes. Let me 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me leave it here. Yes. And then I will put a comma. I will write the details for the second what? Second dictionary. That is fruit, a fruit, and then this fruit would be have the following values. To have uh, it would have actually these values, and then I've created another one. So I've added another one. Maybe that you just add there. Yes, just understanding the way it is. So what I'm saying, I've created a list that's a student budget list. And then not a list but a dictionary. This is the name of the dictionary, a student budget. And then I've created now my three keys. The first key is student, and then I've assigned these values. The second one is a fruit, and then I've assigned fruit these values. The third one is quantity, and then I've assigned to what? To these values. I've assigned to these values. Yes. So can someone also try to? So if I just output student budget, you can see now my dictionary. My dictionary has been outputted as student ID and then values, fruit and then values, quantity and then its values. So now can you try to create your dictionary? Create your dictionary of at least uh, two keys. Don't use mine. Just think of yours. Think of yours and then try to create a dictionary. If you have a question, just ask. If you have a question, just ask. Yes, so let me see, someone is trying to create something here. So I can see someone has created a dictionary. So yes, this is good. Now try to use more than one key. Try to use more than one key. Yes, these things when you work on your side becomes easier than just leaving me to do the explanation and then to also do the typing. So try to work from your side. If you have an error, share the error through WhatsApp, and then we discuss the error. That's how we do running. Yes,
Excuse me.
yes.
Could you please explain what is the significance of a dictionary? What's the difference between that and a list? And where would
Come
we
again.
use it?
Come up again. Can you come
I'm
up again?
saying,
Yes.
uh, could you please explain what is the significance of a dictionary and what's the difference between that and a list and where will we use it?
Okay. So actually, someone also tried to ask a question. He tried to ask a question in the one, but that question actually was required to be asked in what? In maybe day 4. Is it day 4? So in summary, these things we are doing, we are going to apply them. So I'm not going to give you an answer. So you will just wait, and then you wait and see why we are doing these things. Okay, so we started from data types. So you can see when I'm writing student, I'm writing quotation marks. So you can see you have already applied the strings. So you just need to wait actually. In fact, maybe I will mention for the next concept, I will mention the how you can use now the dictionaries. Yes, but meanwhile, try to do what I'm doing. Try to do what I'm doing. So just try to understand the dictionaries, try to understand the list. If you can see the list, the list don't have the keys. They only have values. If you try to look up here, I started with the list. This is the list. I created a list. This is the list. And then now I converted that list into a dictionary. I place the name of the key, that is student ID, and then I passed my values as the list of what I've created, the list this list of mine here. So it means my student ID will be student number 1, student number 2, student number 3, student number 4, student number 5, student number 6. So maybe I should be like talking like that so that someone can see the sense of doing these things. But I promise you, we are going to discuss all these things. You are going to realize them. Don't be, you want to know everything today. There's a lot of things we are going to do. We haven't started data analytics, okay? But you need to understand these things before we are going to start. So that's how. Someone try to send the answers. Try to send the answers. Yes. So I just gave some minutes for sending of the answer. So I can see someone has created a dictionary of what? 3 keys. That's age, marks, and then the names. So, and then also you created another dictionary of cars. Yes. So this is okay. When you are trying to do this, you are actually running and just actually reasoning. If you do the only reasoning, you are not going to actually to what? To know these things after the class. You are supposed to know these things while I'm in class. That's how these things works. Yes. So if you have completed, just share. Yes. So I can see student ID, the fruit quantity. So yours is the scores, name, and then scores. This is okay. This is the now thinking, the right thinking, huh? Yes, I can see. So I want actually to conclude this one, and then we go to the number. So someone asked me a question: why are we creating these things? So from tomorrow onwards, we'll be using what we call a data frame. A data frame. So what's a data frame? So a data frames allow us, if you just look at you look at the Excel work you did, is that when you upload your data into the Excel, the data is arranged in what? In rows and columns. So when the data is arranged in rows and columns, it makes easier for you to work with the data. Yes. So in this case, from tomorrow onwards, we'll be using data frames. The use of data frames is that Data frames will allow us to work with data easily because data is what? Is in rows and columns. So we created our dictionary here as student budget. So I want to confirm these dictionaries into a data frame so that you can see my actually table, of student budget. So what I do, I'll just need to, first of all, we talked about modules. So I need to import a module that performs, that will enable us to do the manipulation in data frames, and that is called actually pandas. So I need to import pandas. So pandas is a module, and then this module will enable us to what? To do data manipulation by using what? The data frame. So this is how to import this module. You just write the import and then the name of the module. Then from here, as is used as the when you want to give an area names. Okay, so instead of going to write, because if you just don't write as bd, if you don't write as bd, it means when you want to use this module, you need to write the name of module, this pandas. Okay, but if you write as bd, it means if you want to write to use this module, you just use the bd instead of pandas. Yes, so my question was, or my objective is that I want to convert this data frame into this dictionary into a data frame. So what I do, I import the module that's pandas as bd, and then I use the function bd dot data frame. Yes, bd dot for data frame. Inside data frame, I pass the dictionary we have created. The name of dictionary we have created in this case is what? Student budget. So student budget. Yes. So if I run this one, let me also give the name. Let me give the name of this data frame we have created, and that should be df. So I've given the name of a data frame we have created as a df, and then I've used the function bd dot data frame, and then I've passed the name of the dictionaries. So if I run this one, it means I've created the, just a moment, pandas has no module data frames. So I forgot this one. It's double F. So if I run this one, it means I've created my data frame of the name DF. So if I want to be that data frame to be displayed, I just use either print DF, or I just write the name of that data frame. So look at now this. This one is interesting. So you can see we have created a table. You can see the columns are student ID, fruit quantity, and then the values are there. The values we assigned. Student ID is from 1 to 4. Fruits are apple, orange, banana, apple, and then the quantity are 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you try to look up there, now this dictionary of ours makes sense when we convert it into what? A data frame. So the one, the lady who asked the question, have you now been answered?
Yes.
So that,
I would wish you kindly repeat the process.
so like from where? From dictionaries?
No, for data frames, kindly. Well, from importing pandas as
So
such.
what I've said, we have a module called pandas. So pandas allow us to actually create data frames. So once we have created a data frame converts data into rows and columns. So it means it's easier to work with data with rows and columns than actually maybe a data with a different format. So what you do, the process is very simple. The process was very simple. Once you have a dictionary, you just need to import your your module. Import pandas. If the module is not installed, we said you installed your module using pip installed pandas. That's how we said. Yes. So, and then I've said, if I just write import pandas and then I leave it that way, it means now for me, when I want to use the module pandas, I need to write this way. Let me just give an example. If I just write import pandas, it means once I want to convert my dictionary into a data frame, I need now to use the word name as pandas. So it is pandas, the pandas dot data frame. And then inside data frame, I pass the name of the dictionary we have created. You're going to need to ask students. Yeah, student budget. And then you have said it's good to give the name of that, to assign the name of that data frame. So you just write the name, maybe you can say it's data, that's the name of the data frame, then you say equals to what I've defined there. So you want to display its data? Yes. So I'll get my table. But now I said usually we don't do this. We don't write pandas the whole word. So what we do, we actually here up there for the importation line, you just write areas names. That is as BD. So this one now, once we have run this one as BD, it means we don't have to write this word pandas name. We just write the BD, and then it does what pandas should do. Yes. So that's okay.
Excuse, there's another question here.
Uh-huh.
Please, can you move your cursor back to where we are creating the dictionaries?
Come up again.
Move back to where we were creating the dictionaries.
Okay. Yes, yes. This.
Yeah, like in this,
Yes.
in the student ID part,
Yes.
must we use lists while creating these dictionaries?
We
Like,
said we
mhm.
said if you don't want to create a list, it means you have actually only one value for each. So you mean this way. Let me just, you mean it this way. Okay. So it means student ID, you have only one student that's assigned to one. If you have multiples, you have to use the list or the tuple. That okay?
Yes.
Yes. So if you just look this one, maybe this one you also delete this one, then you have only apple, it will work, it will work. So we use these things when we have multiple values. But if you are not forced to have the multiple values, you will just have your, so you can see. What is it? Class index. Yes, so quantity. So I wanted just to create a table, but students given as well, fruit, able, and then the quantity. So my, yes, but that is it. That is it. It's, there is no harm for creating. But in this course, we are expecting to use actually a lot of values. We are expected to use a lot of values. That's why we are discussing about the correctional data types. Okay, you would have a data. I am having there. I'll just sort it out. Right. Okay. So Yes, but you can just so in this course we are going to use a lot of data. Maybe you have a data set of maybe 10,000 rows and then maybe 10 columns. So that's a large amount of data. So that's why we are discussing this correctional data types, because they would be very important. You are not going to create something of value 1. You are getting something of large sizes. So let me try to look at the answers. Pip installed pandas. So your module was being not installed. Just give it a minute until your program actually finishes. So pip installed. Look at the word installed, my friend. Look at the word installed. You should write the small I, and then the panda, not the panda. We said pandas, 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 pandas. Yes, correct the pandas. Write S. Okay. Even when I try to use more data. No, you are not guessing. This one is trying to guess. Look at the way I wrote my. So the correct way is that you write pip and then install pandas. We said Python is case sensitive. So if you try to change something here, maybe capital I, it means you are actually requesting a different service, complete different service. So let's use the 40 remaining of minutes to discuss about now the Numpy. So the Numpy. So what's the actually you are discussing about the arrays, and for you to work with arrays Python, you need to use the module Numpy. Okay, so I've said we want to work with arrays. So this is I think this is the last data type we are going to discuss, and then tomorrow we'll just start manipulation, data manipulation. So I've said we will discuss about the arrays, and then I've said for you to be able to use the arrays are not actually built-in data type. If you try the reason of list, we said, let's say you have values 1, you have x same as 1, 2, 3, yes, maybe these values. Okay, so because the list are built-in data type, you can use that built-in data type to convert the x into what? Into actually a list, because x is not a list. If you try to type the value of x, you can see x is a what? Let me run this one. X is actually a tuple. Okay, so x is not a list, but if you want to convert this one into a list, now you use a built-in function called list. Okay, list this way. Yes, so list, and then you pass your x. So this one will be converted into a list. Let me see. Y same as to yes. So if I would put y, type of y, I would get actually a list data type. So that's why we said the list data type are what? Built in. They are built-in data type. But in the case of arrays are not built-in. You cannot create an array just for just writing the word array. No. In this case, for you to able to create an array, what you use is a module named number. So you need to import your number. Import number. Yes. So I've now imported the number as NB. So I've explained the statement from us and B. So it means that now my module, if I want to use my module, I will just write the word NP. Yes. So I've said arrays are not built-in data type. So we require the number module to create and work on numbers. So the first thing to do is to import the name of that module, and then now you can start your thing. Yes. So if you want to create an array, so array is same as to. So you need to use your module, that's np, and then you place dot. Okay, dot array, and then you pass your values. You pass your values. Pass your values. So you can see I've passed a value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I run this one, uh, 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 if I run this one, and then I try to output my array, I'll get this one. If I try to check the type of the array, I will get as what? Number.nd array. So that one confirms as type array. So is that okay? Up to that, is that okay? So you know that we have arrays, and then the arrays, you can get arrays using the module number. Yes. So from there you can go and pass your values, your values. Okay. Yes. So let me give the difference between because if you can see the array and the list, they look almost the same thing. But let me give now the difference between the array and the list. So the list, let me just do the typing of these values now. If you see, you have created an array of the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's try to create a list. A list, a list of values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Yes. So if we run this one, let me see the error. Got 6. Sorry. Uh, uh, so I've created something here. Yes, X. Let me pass X. Just update my X above here to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So run this one. And then I want to pass X here. Yes, so my list has been created. So if I output the list, you can see. So you can see there is no much difference between the array, because this is the array, the values for array, and then the values for the list. They almost look the same. But let me now discover the difference. So let me try to add value. To add value, let me try to I place a comma and then I place a what? A string here. I do the same. I do the same. So I need to run this one. Yes. And then I'll try to run this one. Yes. And then so you can't really, but let me just explain the result. What I'm trying to say is that the list, usually the arrays takes the values of the same data type. Okay, so why are arrays more efficient than the list is that the arrays takes values of the same data type. Okay, why the list can take a mixture of different values of different data types. So that's the difference between the array and the list. But almost everything is what? Is actually the same. So we have different dimension of arrays. We have different dimension of arrays. Let me just put my array I created. If you just put this one, the array I created. Let me remove this one. So that's the difference. The difference between the arrays and list. In case you want to know. Yes. So this is the array I've outputted, and then now I want to what? To output the number of dimension of the array. So I'll just write the function ndim and then pass name of the array. Pass this one. It will give me it will give me it will give me the if I use the ndim, it will give me the number of dimension of that array. So this one is what? Is 1. So this is an example of a one-dimensional array. You can also create a two-dimensional array. You can say array 2, same as 1, 2, 3, and then comma, and then uh, 4, 5, 6, 4, 4, 5. Yes, this one. So this is an example of two-dimensional array. This is an example of two-dimensional array. So if I try to put the dimension of the array, I'll just use the ndim array.ndim, and then if I run this one, I'll get the number of dimension which has, and no, this one is array 2. Yes, so array 2, Just a moment, I want to correct this one. So it is yes. RE2. Yes, so just know that this is an example of a two-dimensional array. So what's the difference between this one and this one? So this one we have a single list. This one we have a list within a list. Okay? So a list within a list becomes a two-dimensional array. And then you can have also a three-dimensional array. Array 3, which is same as actually 1, 1, 2, 3. So it should be look like this one. So if I try to run the array 3 is an example of what? A three-dimensional array. So how does it come as a three-dimensional array? So it's a list within a list in a list. So that's why it becomes 3. Actually, you can use this. You can use this square brackets to know the dimension of values you are dealing. So if they are 3, it means you are dealing with what? Three-dimensional array. If you look at this one there are 2, it means you are dealing with a two-dimensional array. This one is a 1. This one is a 1, so it means you are dealing with what? A 2, a 2, a one-dimensional array. So same as list, arrays are indexed. Arrays are indexed. So let's suppose the array 2, the first array we created. So if I run this one, you can see we have 1, 2, 3. Those are the values. So the arrays we have said are indexed as of list. So we can access values from the array. So what we do, write the name of the array, that's array, and then we place and then we specify the position now of the array. We specify the position of the array. So in this case, let's give position 3. So position 3 we have value 4. So how does it works? It comes here as position 1 indexing, position 1 takes 0. No, I mean value 1 takes position 0, value 2 takes position 1, and then value 3 takes position 2, and then value 4 takes position 3. So with the array 3, we get this value as 4. Okay? Yes. So while you are doing accessing of these arrays, try to create on your side, try to create a array of strings now. Array of strings, an array of strings, a one-dimensional array of strings, and try to access values. Yes, just 1 minute, array of strings. Try to access the, can you do that? Create an array now of strings and try to access values. No module named pandas. Yes, I've said. So once you have, I can see. So this one, you download the module and then I can see the importation now. After you have downloaded the module, you import the module, now it's available. So that's how you work. That's how you work when your module is not being installed. So can you do the same? Send answers to the WhatsApp. Send answers to the WhatsApp. Send answers to the WhatsApp. create a dimensional, a one-dimensional array of two of strings values, Yes, what to? They are waiting for me to type. So what I do, want array string same as to np np dot array, and then inside this one I pass my values of strings. Pass my value of strings. I can pass names. This is what I'm asking from you. Yes, let me just have to put this one. So I have created uh, an array of string values. So you can see Juma, Geoffrey, Dennis. So whatever I want to access, the Juma, I do the positioning that is 0, 1, 0, 1, 2. So just say name the value, the name of that array, that's array string, and then array string I will pass position what? 0, 1, 2. 2. I will access Dennis value. Yes. Now let's do the remember the array 2 we created array 2 as a what? A two-dimensional array. Let me improve it so that I can have actually three lists within a list. Three lists within a list. Also what I do, I just say array 2 dot same as to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, no, like here 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. Yes, this one. Then I want to. So I have I have I have improved my array. I've created an array of two-dimensional array. So this array of mine, now I want you guys to check how I am accessing values from what? From this two-dimensional array. So if you can see, I want to explain this one is very important. If you can see, the array is just like a matrix, So it means I've just written 1, 2, 3, and then downwards here we have 4, 5, 6, and then the third whatever is 7, 8, 9. So from this array, how many rows and columns do we have? From this array, how many rows and columns do we have? Someone give me an answer. How many rows and columns do we have?
3 rows and 3
Yeah.
columns.
Come up again.
3 rows and 3 columns.
Yes, 3 rows and 3 columns. So for someone who is not understanding, let me go back to the table we created and try to explain what I meant. So these are the what? These are the rows. When you are going across this way, you are talking about the rows. When you are going downwards, you are talking about the columns. The same things here. Same things here. Okay. So this one, how many rows and columns? How many rows and columns? This one here.
Two rows, 3 columns.
Yes, 2 rows, 3 columns. So when we are doing the accessing of these arrays, we specify the number of rows and columns. This one is a little bit different from what we have been doing. So what you do is say the name of the array, that's array 2. And then inside the array 2, the first value you are going to put is for the rows. The first value you are going to do is for the rows. So if I put 2, it means go to row 2, and then I put a colon, no, I put a comma, and then if I put 1, it means column what? Column 1. Let me run this one. So what's my problem with this one? Just a moment, just a moment. Yes. So I want to explain this. So I'll say the first value is the what? The values of the rows. So if you put those values, this one will become row 1. This one will become what? Huh? Row 2. This will come row 3. And then in terms of columns, 1, 4, 7 will come column 1. But indexing, you always know that those values start from what? Start from 0. Start from 0. Okay? So the one I've written here, array 2. And then I've said I want to access from the first value is the column. So the row. So I'm saying I want the row in position what? Position 1. I want the row in position 1. So what I do, I'll just say this is the first row. So my value will not be there because this one belongs to position 0. So the row, the position 1, the row in position 1 is what? This. Now let me just start again. Let me just start again. Let me delete this one. I want to put in so 1, and yes, which indices must be. I don't know why I'm having an error. I want to explain something here before I go to the one which I wrote. Yes, so what is it? What's the problem with this? So type. Oh, you guys, you did not remind me. You guys, you didn't. What's the problem with this one? What's the problem with this one? So I don't know if you are following because I made a mistake and then no one reminded me. So what's the problem with this one? What's the problem with this one? Yes.
It's supposed to be a 3D.
No, the problem is that this is a list. We have not created a an array. For you to create an array, you need to use np dot what array. So that's why I was trying to what I was trying to access the mini, and then so np dot array, and then yeah. Let me check my errors.
And what Kabila said, 3 brackets instead of 2.
Where? No, I don't think that's the case.
Mm.
Why is it having problem and this one works? So what is the difference with this? These things. Yes, so build a function method object is not np.array. I don't.
You've not put brackets after np.array.
Oh, yeah. That's true. No, I forgot these things. Yes, so let me just add the list I want, the array I want to be displayed there. So this is the array I'm talking about, and then I was saying the first value is for the rows. You can see you have the rows are this way and the columns are what this way. So we have 3 rows, 3 columns. So the first value you put, it is represent the what the rows. So what I do, maybe I want 2, and then the second value represent the what the columns. Maybe yes, I wanted to explain this one. So let me run it and then explain. So you can see my value is 8. How does it comes 8? So this is how it comes 8. We have we want to access these two represent row 2, but you know the indexing starts from 0. So the rows are row 1, row 2, row 3. But indexing, this one is 0, index 0, index 1, index 2. So this one, these values are not for the rows, but they are for indexing. So we have index 2, for the rows. So what we do, we just say 1, this is, sorry, this is 0, 1, 2. So this is the row we are interested in. And then we go for the second value, which is the column. Now the column is what? The column is 1, but in indexing. So it means this is column 0, this one is column 0, and then this one is column 2. So it's column 2, and then the row, this row. So this value is the what? It's what is being outputted there. So I don't know if you have understood, but that's how you do the indexing. That's how you access values from the arrays. The first value is for the row, the second value is the column. So you will go and try to work on those things. Maybe I want to explain the unique ones, put it this way, and then put 1, put 1, put 2. So I want to explain this unique. I want to explain this unique, and then you go and try to do now the exercises. So this is how it means. This is how you interpret this. This is how you interpret this. This is how you interpret this. What? No, why am I having these errors? I don't know. This one. Yes. I'm still having. It's array 2. Yes. So I'm explaining this one. This one is unique. I'm explaining how it works. So this is how it works. The value of position 1, we said they are rows. So we are interested in row index 1. So the rows we said they are this one and this one. So this is index, the row index 1. And then the colony now, if we put the colony in columns, it means or now what? Or the columns. If you see the colony, it means all of those. So in this case, it is all the columns. So we have column 1, that's 4, column 3, that's 5, column 6, column 3, that is 6. So that's why we are having this answer. So you can do the opposite. The opposite is, you can do the opposite, that is it. And then you interchange. How you want the all rows and then columns with x what? X 1. So if you run this one, you would have all rows, but in what? In column index 1. So the column index 1 is, that is 0, 1. So you have this value 2, 5, 8. That's how those values are what? Are being interpreted. So these ones are unique and we will use them when you see the column. So just try to understand. So now you go and practice. You go and practice. If you open this file of mine, you can see a lot of examples of arrays and try to do the access. Try to do the access. Now, why do we use the number? So the reason why we are using the number is that the number will allow us to do the manipulation easily of numbers. The second reason is that the number can store, actually can compress data with a large amount of space or large amount of size to be stored in what? In a very small space. So in terms of space, it's very good. Also in terms of what? In terms of also actually working with the numbers. So let's do some operations on arrays. So remember the array we created, array 1, array 1, this one. So if we want to do, let's say we want to increase these values. We want to multiply by the what? By 2. We want to multiply these values inside this array by 2. So what we do, the name of the array, and then we say we do the multiplication by 2. So you can see my values have changed. It's 2 times 1, that's 2, 2 times 2, that's 4, that's 6. So what if I want to do the addition? It's the array, and then you add maybe 5. So those values by 5. So what I do, it's 5 plus 1, that is 6, 5 plus 2, that's 7. Yes, such a way. So array, so you can do all the operation in array. So you can see they are very simple. They are very simple and fast. Okay. So let's try to now use some very important functions on array. So what if your array is this one, your array is this one, and then you want now to find you want to find now symbol statistics measures such as mean, median, whatever. So what you do, you just say NP and then dot mean, dot mean, and then you pass your name of the what? The name of the array. Yes. So this one you can see. So it just multiply your what? It just finds your mean very easily. You just use np dot mean and then you have your mean. Instead of adding these values 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 and then you divide by what? N. You divide by n. So you can still do np dot mean, you can do np dot what? Dot std. This is the standard deviation, then you pass the array. So you get your standard deviation for this what? For these values. For these values. So your standard deviation is this one. You can also do which measures? Which measure can I try to do? Which measure?
Variance.
Yes. So but variance you know is the what? Is the nini. So what I do, I will just find the so what's variance? Variance is the square of standard deviation. Is that okay?
Yes.
So you can just square the value. So if this was x, this one x, so you know the variance will be will be x, and then multiplied by what? X multiplied by x. Okay, so if you display the value, you will have your values. So variance, those derived actually measures, they are not put because you can just derive. So you can't get like you can get your values directly. So you need to standard deviation and then you do the square of those values. Yes. So there are other measures. If you look at the notes, you have your mean, your maximum, your what? Okay, your median, your so you can see. That's why you need to know the arrays. The arrays are very important because they are very easy to work with in terms of doing mathematics operations. Mathematical operations. So you have said you can also find the what? Median. Then we pass the name of the array, that is the array. Now let me give one. I want to go faster. Let me give the array 2 we created. So the array 2 we created was a two-dimensional. You can see this one. So what if you want really interested finding the what? The mean of the maybe the first row. So what you do np dot mean, and then inside here we pass the array 2, and then we will specify now the axis. So when axis is same as 0, it means we are working on the rows. We are working on the rows. Is that okay? So this is how the thinking. It means we are actually doing this way. Row 1, so we are adding 1 plus 2 plus 3. That's what? That is 6. Then you divide by 6, you divide by no. Okay, so axis. Okay. So anyway, let me not actually include a lot of things. These things we will use them. We are using them from tomorrow. So just know the basics, how you can get the array, why you are using the array, how you can access data type, how you can do basic operations on the arrays, Yes, and how you can do these statistics measures. These statistics measures. Yes. So the last thing is that you can create the array using now the random numbers. What you do, you just say np dot random, and then you get what? You specify how many values do you want. Okay. So this one, it means, let me interpret this one. This one you are creating 14 values of type front. You can see. Okay. So you can get now random array. A random array, just use this in ini. These are functions. So then you can also create of int type np dot random int. Yes. So in this case, SMS, so SMS 4, 5, 10. So in this case, uh, uh, hmm, so this one causes this one. Yes. So this is how the works random.int is that you specify this one. You are saying you want to create values from 0 to 100, and then you give the dimension of what? The 5 rows and then 10 what? Columns. So this is how you can create those random arrays. You can also use the random normal to normalize your values. So actually the notes are here, but I think for the today class you have the basics. You can now go to do the examples. Go and check the examples. Tomorrow we will start with data manipulation now. We'll start with data manipulation. I will be actually send data sets if necessary, and then we'll be able to manipulate those data. So anyone with a question? Anyone with a question? You are all okay? Anyone with a question? Anyway,
Excuse me.
yes.
I ran my pip install pandas. It still didn't work.
So what you do, go to the prompt. Go to the prompt, Anaconda. Or simply just select. I think once you install Anaconda, it comes with pandas. Simply just come here, upper Jew, and then you select what? You select your this one. Now change to base. Change to base. Have you selected the base? Yes, change to the base. If that doesn't work, go to the command prompt and then do anaconda, and then there say, I said you use pip. Pip is very easy. So use pip, and then install pandas. Yes, if you run this one, your module, your pandas will be installed in what? In the base environment. Another question? I want to actually close the meeting. So you are all okay? So I will actually try for those one who submitted the assignment, I will try to give their marks by tomorrow, and then I will send the marking scheme. So Yes, so thank you for being good listeners. And then those ones who are having a problem accessing the assignments, I think we will take care of that. We will communicate. Yes. So bye. Let's meet tomorrow.
Thank you, Juma.
Bye.
Hello, Mr. Juma.
Yes.